5 silent ways of manipulation. The most dangerous aspect of human relationships are the psychological games that often operate silently, often hidden from view. Manipulation isn't done by shouting, but rather in whispers. It's hidden between words, in the shadows of actions, and behind small gestures. Today, we'll explore in depth 5 silent manipulation techniques that manage to manipulate the human mind without being noticed. First method, the over-validation technique. In this technique, the manipulator constantly affirms the other person's trust. They frequently use phrases like, "Yes, you're absolutely right," or "I absolutely agree." At first glance, they may seem well-intentioned. However, the goal is to emotionally soothe the person, lower their defenses, and create the impression that this person truly understands me. Once trust is established, the manipulator slowly introduces their own wishes, ideas, or guidance. The person has become inclined to that idea without even realizing it, because a relational bond has been formed with the manipulator's approval. The second method, attributing guilt. This is one of the oldest and most effective forms of manipulation. Conversations that begin with phrases like, "I did all of this for you, but," target a person's conscience. The manipulator makes the other party feel indebted. Guilt is a powerful tool of control in human psychology. If a person feels guilty, they are more likely to submit to the other party's demands. Therefore, manipulators often exert emotional pressure through quiet and subtle manipulation. The third method, withholding information. The most powerful form of control is information. To maintain control, the manipulator doesn't share every piece of information. They leave small gaps, creating uncertainty. You sense something is missing, but you don't know exactly what it is. This uncertainty makes decision-making difficult and leaves the person vulnerable to manipulation. The greater the uncertainty, the more the person consults the manipulator, and the more they need him. The fourth method, ignoring. This is one of the most silent attacks of emotional manipulation. The manipulator suddenly loses interest, stops talking, returns messages late, or withdraws completely. This behavior increases the other party's anxiety level. The thought, "Did I do something wrong?" begins to gnaw at the mind. The human brain perceives rejection as a threat. Therefore, the person tries to rectify the situation by getting closer to the manipulator. This creates a powerful sphere of control for the manipulator. Fifth method, unexpected favor. The manipulator performs a great act of kindness unexpectedly. They give gifts, help, and make sacrifices. While this behavior may seem innocent, it has an underlying debt effect. People tend to repay a favor. The manipulator exploits this very tendency. What they want next may be far greater than the favor itself. These 5 silent techniques often work unnoticed. They control a person's emotions, decisions, and behavior. Manipulation is like a shadow that doesn't raise its voice but treads carefully. Recognizing it is the most powerful way to protect yourself.